$180.
That dude is the epitome of self-made.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the epitome of self-made.
For sure.
And, I don't think everybody's dream consists of being self-made to achieve it. Like, there's definitely people out there that have dreams that need to look into, like, angel investors and stuff like that. But, I mean, whatever avenue you need to take, get off your ass and take it. Get it done. If you don't like where your life is and you want it to be in a different spot, pull up your bootstraps, pack your stuff, get to that other spot. That's all it takes.
If it's money that you're looking for, as long as you're giving 110% and doing what you're doing, and people see that, people will invest in that. Your family will invest in that. If it's a good idea, especially if it's a good idea and nobody else has it, yeah, go to your friends and your family. They may not be a lot. There's GoFundMe. If you can sell the public on an idea that you've got and you've got to raise money for it, well, sell it. Do a GoFundMe. There's.
Oh yeah, crowdfunding is a whole new ballgame for people chasing dreams.
Yeah, I was going to say there's companies all across the United States that started with crowdfunding and they're doing well.
Yeah,
and you can
it's a relatively new avenue. I mean that wasn't 10 years ago. You didn't hear very much about that kind of stuff.
No, but there's been many a private coffee shop open their doors because of crowdfunding, and it's not a Starbucks, but they're in a community where the closest Starbucks was 10-15 minute drive, and there was nothing, not a donut shop, no place around where you could get a good cup of coffee. Granted, you could go to 7-Eleven or something like that, but that's not a great cup of coffee. So you came up with an idea and put it in a territory that really did need it. And you got some crowdfunding involved, and all of a sudden you opened up a drive-through coffee shop. And it doesn't take a lot to do that. If you could rent a little bit of a parking lot from a grocery store or something like that every month, have somebody put in an electric pole, and you buy a 10 by 16 building, just like a storage building, with a window on the side for a drive-through and a little walk-up counter up front, and make some great coffee, people will come. Especially if they don't have anywhere else to get a good cup of coffee. Now, if you're going to be charging Starbucks prices, then people still make the drive to Starbucks. Because even I'm a Starbucks junkie. I dig me some.
Who's not?
Yeah, dig some Starbucks. But if I can get something fairly similar to Starbucks for $1 less, I'm on it. On it like a big blue bonnet. So, there's that's the point. There's people out there that crowdfunded that got it. Money's hard to get, but it's not as hard as you think it is. It's
the old adage, where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, it's only as hard as you make it. I got a joke for you, Shiner.
Give it to me, man.
I just want to kind of throw a little levity in the middle of this. You and I both are Catholics, so you'll appreciate this one. 3 nuns who have been, and I call it a nunnery, but a convent. They've been in the same convent for years and years and years and years, and one of them passed away. And then the same day, another one passed away, and that night, another one passed away. I mean, three sisters who are just connected, that they're so close that they, wind up dying basically at the same time. And so they find themselves up there close to the pearly gates, and St. Peter's there. And the first nun who died is just kind of there for what seems like just a teeny bit of time, and then the other nuns show up, and they're all just happy and dancing around because this heaven place is looking really cool, and it's not even like real heaven yet. So they're at the gates of St. Peter, and St. Peter said, I got to ask you a question to see how good you guys were. I try to keep my eye on everybody, but I can't dive deep into that. So answer my questions, and you can ascend into heaven. All the nuns are like, okay, let's go. First nun, he said, who were the first 2 people on earth? And that first nun was like, that's easy. That was Adam and Eve. He said, you may ascend into heaven. Second nun comes up, and man, this is going to be a breeze. He said, the first 2 people that were on earth, Adam and Eve, what did they wear? She was like, oh my gosh, that's simple. It's fig leaves. He's like, you may ascend into heaven.
Boom, she's gone.
She gone. Then, third nurse comes up and he says, what was the first thing Eve said to Adam?
You said the third nurse.
Did I say the third nurse?
Yeah.
You know what? Nuns have been nurses for a long time, so give me a break.
That's true. That's true.
And you and I both go to Catholic hospitals, and the nuns
They
are
travel
nurses.
around.
Yeah. So, anyways, getting off track. God dang it! So he looks at the third nun and says, "What was the first thing that Eve said to Adam?" And she's like, "Oh shit." I don't know. That's a hard one. He said, "You may ascend into heaven."
But bumps.
Yeah, got the nun. You know, nun's never supposed to talk about penis, and it's a hard one.
I do want to say, man, to people listening that have contacted me in some shape or form on any of the platforms and expressed to me how they listen to the garbage that we talk every week, but how some of it really resonates with them. And I've had more than one tell me that they admire what we're trying to do and what we've accomplished. I've got a lot of people saying that they were really shocked by that episode of 420 and how it came out. They didn't really expect that from me and you. And I don't know what kind of double-sided compliment that is, but you know, you guys, man, we are not doing anything that you are not capable of. I mean, neither one of us were born with a silver spoon in our mouth, and we just put the nose to the grindstone week after week, and we find a way to make it happen and get it done. So
we just wish we had done this 20 years ago.
Oh man.
So don't wait 20 years on your idea. If you have an idea, make it happen now.
No, there's no present.
No time like the and carrying on with the do epic shit. Live for the greater good. Those tattoos on your knuckles, they actually mean something.
Yeah, that's the deal with all of my tattoos. Have a meaning behind every single. Have a meaning, a pretty significant meaning behind each of them. But the ones going across my knuckles that stand for live for the greater good. I mean, that's another aspect that I think that the fact that we exercise that philosophy out in the real world as much as we possibly can, I think that's one of the reasons that contributes to some of the success that we have. And you gotta help people out when you see that opportunity present itself, because whatever you put out in the universe is going to come back to you. And sometimes, a lot of times, it comes back 2, 3, 4-fold, you know? So helping people out, man, when they don't ask for it, when they don't expect it, you just do a good deed for somebody. That's doing stuff for the greater good.
Plus, it makes you feel good.
Oh, man, dude, I tell you what, I know a story, and actually you know her, Tiddy. We have a friend, and one of her coworkers found out, I want to say it was Monday, that his father was passing away. Now, this kid's from Puerto Rico. Cool ass kid. Very talented baseball pitcher. But he found out his father was passing away in Puerto Rico. Well, this friend of ours and her coworkers pulled enough money together and got him a plane ticket to get his ass down there so he could be there when his dad left this world. Now, I don't know how that ended up. I don't know if he actually got there before, but he was there, I'm assuming, for the funeral. Now, that's doing something for the greater good.
Absolutely.
And I'm assuming everybody that donated any kind of dime to that project felt good about themselves for doing that, man. I mean, I can't imagine the sense of, just the sense of pride you got to have for helping somebody out that's in such a destitute spot. Man, I mean, that act right there, that's one of the best definitions of doing something for the greater good that I've run across in a long time.
Well, even Party Foul Johnny, 6 or 8 episodes ago, was talking about he was out shoveling snow off his driveway, and a little lady down in the corner needed hers done too. She was out there trying to do it with a shovel, and he just walked over and did it. That's living for the greater good. That's helping somebody out that needs help. They're not going to ask for it. I'm the world's worst at asking for help. Shiner knows it. I literally would rather do without than ask somebody for $1 to be able to buy a loaf of bread.
I hear you.
I'm not built that way. I'll help anybody out. I just have a hard time asking. And that's
well,
okay.
I'm like that too. I mean, you sat in my house one day and offered me all the help in the world to go to the hospital. And I was like, no, I'll be good. I'll be fine. Hour later, I text you. Guess where I'm at? I'm in the hospital.
Hey, guess what, buddy? I'm in the hospital. I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm still here at the hospital. And if you're going to go home, just call me when you need a ride home, and I'll leave my brother's hospital room and take you home, which is exactly what happened. So,
yeah, it is.
But I want everybody to just, don't listen to it like it's the word of Solomon. Just kind of soak this in and do your own thing. You don't have to listen to us. You don't have to listen to Tony Robbins. You don't have to have all that stuff motivating you. You just need to self-motivate yourself and get out there and do something.
I don't think there's very many. I think it's pretty rare you run across somebody that doesn't have a dream. Like if you start really peeling away the layers of a person in a conversation, eventually you get down to like they really wish they could do this or that. Well, I don't know why so many people are sitting on those ideas.
Well, yeah, wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up first.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Quit wishing and turn it into reality.
Make it happen, man.
If all you want is a new pickup, look, if all you want is a new pickup truck, well, hey, bust ass this summer, go mow some lawns, go make some money, go do odd jobs, haul trash, whatever it is, go do work. Pretty soon you'll have a new truck, if that's all you want. There's easy ways to get to everything. It's hard work, but everything's hard work. Everything that we're doing is hard work. It's not. Shiner and I are not doing physical labor when it comes to this podcast and when it comes to 420 Eats and with Outcast Media Group, but we still put in hours and we're still tired from it. Well, it's okay to be tired. If we're tired, that means we're doing something.
Well, I'll tell you, man, there's a book. I got it from my son. I'm probably going to mess the title up. I think it's called The CEO, The Mentor, and the Kid. And it's a real easy read. If it's 200 pages, I'm shocked. But it's a super quick, super easy read. And I'm telling you right now, it is the blueprint on how to succeed in business and in life. So if anybody, and the cool thing about it is that every page has got what he calls rules to success. And there's a rule at the bottom of every page. And at the back of the book, there's a list of them. It just lists them out. And they're all real simple. They're all nothing but common sense. But it is the blueprint on how to succeed. And if anybody wants an easy read and wants to figure out how to get things done, read that book. He touches on all these things that we're about.
I want to see if I can look that up, actually.
Yeah, it's a great book.
So it's called The Mentor?
Hang on, I have it on my end table. Let me get it.
Mentor, the Kid, and the CEO. There you go. I have found it. The Mentor, the Kid, and the CEO. It's written by a gentleman by the name of Tom Pace and Walter Jennings. And you can get that on Amazon for about $15 for paperback. But and I haven't read it. I know Shiner has read it. You can even get it on Kindle if you have a Kindle. $5.99. And if you go to Audible and set up with their free Audible trial, you can get this Audible audiobook for nothing and have it read for you. Now, how about that? Doesn't get much easier than that. I've just given you 3 ways to go make yourself more successful tomorrow than you were today.
For free. You handed it out there
for free. So there you go. Amazon.com. And we're not even sponsored by them. Audible, you can sponsor us now that I've given you a nice little generous slope here on my podcast. I am going to say thank you to Spunk Lube. They are continuing to be our sponsor on the podcast again for this season. They have a wide variety of lubes and even toys, naughty ones.
What?
Yeah. If you go to spunklube.com, anything that you purchase, whether it be lube or any of the other products that they have, once you get to the checkout, enter Hot Pocket in the code box and get 10% off your order. And also, I'm going to give kind of a premature welcome aboard to Gorilla Grow Tents. For those of you who want to start growing your own marijuana plants at home. They make a